And we are live, day 9. Let's go ahead and introduce our players immediately here as we get started with our first game. It is going to be on Cloud Kingdom here to kick off this best of 5, the last one for day 3, a round of 32. Don't forget, tomorrow we got another set of matches that will complete the round of 32. And of course, that will be casted by Sean, day 9 Plot, and Mike, Husky Lamont. And that will be happening tomorrow, so make sure to tune in. And let's introduce our players here in the northeast position as the Red Protoss from Team Quantic Gaming. It is SaSe.
Oh, Marcus, you would take the intro first and bring out your favorite player as the intro, but you know what? In this circumstance, I'm going to be rooting in this single game for the player spawning down in the bottom left who has just tricked his way to 11 drones. He is no magician. He is simply pushing the bounds of what Zerg is capable of. It is Slayer's Coca.
Wow, that was a pretty epic intro as well. He's got magic and he's pushing the boundaries. Watch out for this guy.
I only say it because I'm an unbiased commentator, Marcus.
Of course, I completely understand. And as we get kicked off here in the opening moments of Cloud Kingdom, we will note the pylon inside the main base here for SaSe. And we have seen him do this before, as we hear the different reasons for it. Everyone, of course, having their own, but sometimes if that early pool comes out, it can allow him to defend that a little bit better. But it's not going to matter. The early pool didn't come out. It's the hatchery that goes down first, and the scout will be coming out here for SaSe eventually as the probe crosses the middle point of the map and makes his way over to Coca's base.
I like this opening that SaSe does. It seems totally stupid, I'm not going to lie. You go pylon, and then you build your second pylon before it would possibly supply block you. However, this is essentially a safeguard against a 6 pool. We see, oh, look at this. SaSe sees his opponent going, oh, I'm pretty sure I see what's going to happen here. Coca, he sees his opponent going hatch first. The most important thing about SaSe's opening is that it relies on the opponent not having an early gas, and if that early gas does come down, then we don't go Nexus first, we do all sorts of other things. However, SaSe knows that no Zerglings will be out for a long time, so what he's going to do is go Gateway Forge. This is going to allow him to build a Cybernetics core stupidly early, and possibly deny the 3rd base attempt from Coca.
Right, which as we know as a Zerg player, definitely something that's going to be crucial to his success here on Cloud Kingdom as well. The hatchery finishes up, the probe sees it, and over on the other side we already see the gateway finishing up, and he throws down that Cybernetics core almost immediately.
That's early.
Yep, 4 minutes on that one, and still hasn't built his initial units yet, but he knows what a good position that he is in at this point in time. You know, Cannon likely to fall next, but also taking both of his gases inside the main, so setting himself up quite nicely. And this probe going over is chasing. He didn't stop the 3rd, but will confirm that it is indeed up, and he does see it.
Oh god, this... I mean, Coca, let's just talk a little bit about Coca's play at this point in the game. Going hatch first, considered quite risky, as cannon rushes are pretty easy to kill it. But nope, they're not going to phase Coca one bit. He's just going to go straight up for that expand and for the 3rd. SaSe's build, I mean, even the placement at the front of the map, I mean... Wait, what? He's getting a second forge? What? Oh, Marcus, my brain. What? Is he going to go for fast 2-2?
Really interesting. Obviously, he shows the +1 at the front, and this is what Coca would expect to see here. So I'm really not sure about this at all, but no gases quite yet here for the Zerg player. He's just continuing to drone up.
Oh, he's going 1-1.
Yeah.
Well, he actually has to chrono boost probes over the upgrades for the most part. He can maybe sneak in a couple, but you're going to need a lot of resources to get your Twilight Council that early, and then get 2-2 and have units to defend yourself. This is nuts. He might be going for a mega 2-base push.
Well, mega 2-base push is definitely one way to describe what could be happening right here as the 3rd base is up, and the Zerglings have, you know, full view. Now, here is the Overlord making his way in to the base, and he is going to certainly see that forge, I do believe, before this Overlord falls. And yeah, he's most certainly going to see it. Now, the question is how is he going to react? What is he going to think? You know, I don't know what's going through his mind as this Overlord peeks up, sees his second forge up here in the corner.
This is going to be very confusing. I mean, there's no normal timings that rely on 2-2 in this matchup, especially not like this. So in Koka's shoes, what you most traditionally do is just play standard, cross your fingers, and pray that your standard Roach Ling opening is enough. And here we see the Twilight Council finishing with just enough time to begin that 2-2. Now, over on Koka's front, he's doing a more modern style of Zerg vs Protoss. The slightly older style was to go for 2 gas geysers at 6 minutes. That's what Stefano does. What we're seeing Koka do is get 3 extractors 30 seconds later, and this allows him to get a much faster layer in case there's no attack coming. So there we see the layer going down, and now link speed, and now the plus attack upgrade. And in the meantime, SaSe is taking a 3rd. What is he doing, Marcus? I don't understand.
Interesting. Well, he is going to harass this 3rd here. And, you know, no static defense at all. Only a few Lings are out. He's just put out 10 drones, and there's going to be virtually nothing to actually defend this at all. I mean, 8 additional Lings are going to be on the way, but I think some damage is going to be done here.
Wow, looks like Koka is surrounding all these zealots, but I think that's exactly what SaSe wants. He's just trying to do as much worker damage as he possibly can, even hold positioning right there. He has killed off 5 workers right now, but look at this, just not committing at all. We see a couple more stalkers pop into the main base. 2-2 getting close to down right now. Not a single sentry on the field. What a weird play.
Dude, their attention here. Yeah, SaSe has just lost his first zealot. The Queen does stay alive. And now we've got that Stalker running for its life, going to get away from the creep. And there the speed hits, so it won't even matter. But these Zealots still doing so much damage with the first Roaches just hitting the field.
This is just insanity coming out of SaSe. He's 1-1 already. 2-2 is en route. He's going for Blink right now. Because he gets his 3rd up so early, and because he's warping in only Zealots, he stockpiled up enough gas to even get a full warping round and a half of sentries, and now he's continuing to push on the 3rd. I mean, Koka is just seemingly lost in this position. He has all the pieces to a nice standard Zerg mid game, but the attacks from SaSe keep coming at such weird times.
Yeah, and here we just have some Roaches trickling out. All of the drones just happen to be coming back here while this attack is underway. The Zerglings continuing to fall, and finally enough Roaches are starting to pop out here that he should be able to clean this up. But the damage was done. This 3rd base has not really yielded the economy his opponent wanted to. And look at this, the reaction. Ventral Sacks coming out here, potentially Overlord speed, and he might need to find some way to get inside and do some serious damage here to SaSe. But it is finally held off.
Wow. Just a stunning performance by SaSe, who's actually doesn't have that many gateways, only 6. Has 3-3 now started. It looks like Koka has an upgrade done right now. I mean, nothing is going to make sense from Koka's vantage point. He's just now starting +2 attack, and with the chrono boost, I mean, no doubt you're going to be getting way far ahead. Koka, I think, doing a reasonable theoretical response. Hey, if I kill off a big attack from my opponent, I should be able to expand right now. But, yeah. I mean, honestly, SaSe is going to be able to snap back once he gets 2 Immortals and some more units out.
Yeah, quite easily, too, I think. I mean, the Roach count right now is not impressive. You know, it's got +1 upgrades. He has not started Overlord speed as far as I can tell. So there's not really any chance for this drop play to really benefiting him until he has that speed in play. And SaSe's army is looking pretty good. 133 supplied to 102 right now. This 3rd base is looking very healthy. And I just wonder if that 4th base is going to have any sustainable life here.
I will note, I think this Robotics Bay decision from SaSe wouldn't be quite as potent as adding on a bunch more gateways and just pushing with a standard Blink Stalker Immortal heavy mix. Getting these Colossus up means that SaSe is going to have to delay until he has a few more. If he does push it, you know, it'll be a little bit, you know, well, certainly it'll be strong given the position that SaSe's in, but he won't be able to reinforce nearly as nicely as if he transitions into gateways. So right now, Koka's desperately trying to get up these extra gas geysers, desperately trying to get up in enough infestors. The drone count is now at the money 73 count for Coca, but he's still going to need to add on a lot more if he wants to be able to withstand this big push coming from SaSe.
Yeah, it's going to be scary too when you consider that 3-3 is really close to being done. Their Overlord speed is coming into play, but more importantly, like SaSe is going to have one beast of an army here right around that 1430 mark. And we do have a big rotation coming out here by Coca to the northwest to try to get some sort of attacker on the third, but the SimCity for SaSe just too amazing here. And I mean, there's got to be a moment where SaSe is just going to burst at the seams here. He is getting his extended thermal lance, and we've got more Colossus coming out, but I feel like there's absolutely, well, now the infestors are out on the field for Coca, but I don't know. SaSe, what do you think about his position right at this moment?
I mean, he has 3-3 at 14 minutes. That's insane. Like, no one does that. Coca's going to have to try to do a big drop right now, but I mean, almost always, Protoss is going to have Blink and a lot of Stalkers and the clear answer. And the only thing that would really ruin the day of a Protoss player here is if you just didn't have the Stalkers in the right position and didn't have Colossus. Well, SaSe has both of those and just finished that range upgrade. And SaSe is going to be doing a maxed push about a minute earlier than you normally would with 3-3. I mean, I'm just not feeling good about Coca's chances here.
Yeah, I mean, even if his army control was impeccable right now for the Zerglings, two just finished, two Carapace just finished, and he's spread out quite a bit here. The Infestor's got to be careful. Big blink forward, big blink. 1, 2, 3 Infestors go down. There is an attack at the third, and the fourth is getting assaulted right now. Is the split of this army for Coca enough to do the damage he needs?
Well, it looks like SaSe is just going to rely purely on Warpins. There's the set of Blink Stalkers, but no, he's not pulling his third. He's not even defending his third right now. And a huge blunder from SaSe as he loses the third base. But even so, it is a 3-3 nearly max Protoss army walking in towards your front door. I mean, SaSe still looks to be in good position as Coca's losing the fourth.
And the Zergling Roach army is going to continue to move forward here to the front of the base. Blink coming in, but that fourth base has gone down as well. And there's just not enough for Coca to deal with this army that's back here. 3 Colossus all untouched, third base going down. And look at these smart Warpids that are preventing this army from getting inside. Stalkers on the top of the pass, just nailing everything down below. And it looks like SaSe might switch things up here, and we have a very impressive victory coming out of him in game number 1.
And it looks like SaSe darting forward. This is it for Coca. He's getting his Corruptors in position. The counterattack has now ended. We see all the Corruptors trying to step into the fray. There's the blink forward. SaSe doesn't even try to save those Colossi. They're doing way too much damage, and GG! SaSe takes a